Hi. So now we will continue on chapter 4, part 1, which is repetition control structure. So, what is repetition control structure? Okay. Many programs may require a repetition capability in which the same calculation of sequence of instruction is repeated over and over and over and over, while certain condition remains true using sets of data. Each repetition is referred to as iteration or loop because of its cyclic nature. Okay. So why we use repetition structure? Suppose we have this statement, see out UiTM prolase for example. This statement will display UiTM prolase for one time. What if we want to display the words for 100 times or 1000 times? So do you need to code or do you need to write a program, a line of code for 100 times? So this is the use of repetition control structure. The disadvantages of program if we didn't use repetition control structure is the program code will have 100 lines of the same statement. Okay, can you imagine you have same statement, you add prolase, you add prolase, see out, you add prolase, see out, you add prolase, see out, you add prolase for 100 times. So it will become longer and wasting time and space. Okay. Suppose we want to add 5 numbers to find their average. From what we have learned so far, we could proceed as follow. Okay. See in num1, num2, num3, num4, num5, which is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. We have 5 numbers. So we start it in the sum here. We start it here in the sum. And then we want to find its average. So as you know, average equals to sum divided by 5. Why 5? Because 5 number. We want to find average. How about if you want to add 100 or even 1000 numbers? This would be so tedious and complex if we don't use repetition structure. Okay. So the solution is to you can use repetition control structure that known as loop. Okay. So we know this is for the looping. Okay, repetition control structure have 3 type of repetition statement, which is for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Okay, so we have for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Okay, the requirement of repetition control structure: each loop must have first control variable. Okay, loop control variable. Okay, for what? Variable which is used to control the iteration or loop execution. Okay. Second, in the repetition control structure, we must have the loop condition. So if the condition is true, the loop body is execute, otherwise the loop exit. Okay. And then the third one is loop body, a block of statements to be repeated. For example, your UiTM per place. Okay. There are 3 important operations needed in repetition control structure. Okay, first one is initialization of control variable. Second is test expression, which is a condition of control variable. And then the third one is update expression of control variable. Okay. Increment and decrement operator, what is that? What is increment and what is the decrement operator? As we know, increment is increase, decrement is decrease. Okay. Operator is placed after a variable to indicate the increment or decrement of one value from the variable. For example, the increment operator, we use x plus plus. Okay. So we know that use the current value of x in the expression in which x resides, then it will increment or it will increase by 1. It's also equivalent to x equals to x plus 1. Okay, so you can use x equals to x plus 1 or you can use x plus plus. Okay, this is the decrement operator. So as you know, the decrement operator uses the current value of x in the expression in which x resides, then decrement or decrease by 1. For example of decrement operator, x equals to x minus 1. So this is equivalent to x minus equals or x minus minus. Okay. So this is we also can put it x plus equals to 1 or x plus plus for increment. For decrement, we also can use x minus equals or x minus minus. Okay. So let us look into for loop. What is for loop? So this is the syntax for. Okay, you need to type for. Okay, in bracket, initializing expression, control test expression, and update expression. Okay, note that you need to use the semicolon. Okay, to differentiate between initializing expression, control expression, and update expression. Okay, it's very important. And then you must use a curly braces. And then this is the line of blocks or statements. And then you must close the curly braces. Okay. Okay. For example, for loop example, for I equals to 0, okay, and then I is less than 3, I plus plus, okay. So you know that I equals to 0, okay, and then I is less than 3 and I plus plus. So we increment 1 by 1, okay. For the first time, I will be the value is 0, okay. For the next time, I will become 1 because of this statement, I plus plus. And then, okay, it will check. Is it I 1 less than 3? Yes, it's true. So it will go to this statement, I plus plus. So I will become 2. So it will check, is it I is less than 3? Yes, it's true. So when I is true, then it will become I plus plus. So I will become 3. So it will check, is it I equals to 3, I less than 3. Is it true? Oh, it's a false. So it will exit the loop. Okay. So, okay, as you know, the first one, it will check I equals to 0. And the second one, it will check, is it 0? It's less than 3. If yes, then it will do line of code here first. Okay. After that, it will go back to I plus plus. It will increment by 1. Okay. So it will do for the beginning, it will check back by the number 1, 2, 3. Is it true? And then if still true, then it will go to 4, and then it will check 1 and then at 2. So if at 2 there is a false statement, then it will exit the block of code here. So it will see out www.uitm.perlis.uitm.edu.my. So this is the output, UiTM, 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 and www.perlis.uitm.edu.my. Okay. So if you don't understand here, you can always ask me why UiTM is print in the tree statement. Why? Why is here? Because I less than 3. Okay. I less than 3. If in the real life, if I less than 3, so you must say that it will print only 2. Okay. But you look back, we put it here, I equals to 0. So the initial value is 0. So that's why from 0 1 and 2. So we have a 3 statement of UiTM here. Okay. Okay. So this is step by step. Okay. As I mentioned earlier, this is I less than 3, and then see out UiTM, okay, and line, and then I plus plus, or I equals to I plus 1, and then it will see out here. Okay, this is the last see out. Okay, so let's check the value is 0. Okay, it's true, and then it will print. Okay, it will increment. Okay, and then it will go to the second line, I equals to 1. Okay, it's true, it will print, and then it will increment, and then it will go to I equals to 2. Is it true? It will print, and then it will increment. Okay, and then we'll go back to first I equals to 3. Then we'll check, is it I less than 3? So it false. Okay, so it will not print here, it will not increment, and it will exit the block of code, and it will print the continuous code. Okay, so the flowchart is like here. Begin I equals to 0. Okay, so I less than 3, we display UiTM, it will increment, and then it will go back. Okay, I equals to 1. Okay, it will loop here. Okay, we have a loop here until this statement is false. When this statement is false, it will display this line of code, and then it will end. Okay, so this is the exercise 1. You can try yourself. Okay, and then this is exercise 2. You can try yourself at home. And then this is exercise 3. You can try yourself at home. Okay, there are slightly difference between exercise 2 and exercise 3. Okay, as you can see, exercise 2, it use I plus plus. Why it use I plus plus? Because they are using I from the initial value, or the lowest value of the what we call of the integer, or the lowest value that they want to check with the control statement here. Okay, that's why. So the exercise 3, we have I minus minus, but note that if you want to use I minus minus, okay, the I must be the highest number that you want to print. Okay, this is a very important. So when you use I minus minus, you must use I equals to, in this case is 3, and then I is more than 0, because 0 is the lowest value in that line, or you can put I is biggest than 1. It's okay, depend on you. And then we use I minus minus. So I want exercise 3. You do it like in the box like here. Okay, so please do in the box like here, for you to really understand this exercise. Okay. Okay, so exercise 4, find the output. Okay, I want you to find the output, and then just show to me the output of this code. Okay, exercise 5 also same. Okay, and then exercise 6 also same. Exercise 7, sorry. Write a program that use for loop to print the odd numbers from 1 to 21. Write a program that computes a sum of the integer from 1 up to 10 using for loop. So I want you to have this exercise and please submit it in the Google Classroom. Okay, so for the exercise for I equals to 1, I less than or equals to 5, I plus plus, see out, it will go to star here. Okay. Identify the following items based on the given loop. The loop control variable. What is a loop control variable? The statement that gives the initial value. The statement that changes the value of loop control variable, and the logical expression that is used to terminate the loop. Okay. So we continue with a while loop. Previously it's a for loop. So now we will go to while loop. Okay. Repeat statements as long as the control expression is true. Sometimes doesn't use a counter variable. The control expression is tested before the statements in the loop begin. Okay. So this is the syntax: while, expression, and then statements. Okay, this is while loop. Okay, example with a counter. Okay, we have a line of code here: integer main void. Okay, integer I equals to 1. So we put I equals to 1. The value here, value of I is 1, while I less than or equals to 3. So it will compute here the value of I and then I plus plus here. Okay, so this is the initialization value. This is a control expression. Okay, and then it will repeat statement if control expression is true. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, the output is 1, 2, and 3. Okay, why 1, 2, and 3? Okay, let us see. While 1 less than or equals to 3, it will print 1 here. Okay, print 1 here. And then it will increment I plus plus. Okay, we'll go to I plus plus. So 1 will become 2. Okay, it will check. Is it 2 is less than or equals to 3? Yes. So it will print 2 here. And then it will increment. Okay, it will increment to 3. So it will check here back. Is it 3 is less than or equals? We have a equals sign here. So it's remain true. So it will print 3. So it will go to this line. The increment, it will increase by 1. That is 4. So it will check here. Is it 4 less than or equals to 3? So it's a for statement. So that's why it will exit the program. Okay. So without a counter, okay, let us see. Without a counter, integer main void float number. See in number, while number is bigger than 1.0. Okay. So we know that see out number. Then we have an end line here. So number equals to number divided by 2. So it will check. It will check the expression. Either it have the statement or the control expression is true or false. Okay. So let's say we put it number 2. So 2 is equals to 2 is bigger than 1.0. Yes. So we print 2. Okay, so we have 2 here, 2 here. So 2 divided by 2 equals to 1 here. So it will check back. Is it 1 is bigger than 1? No. So it will exit the block statement. Okay. Okay. So this is the solution example. We use number 5.0 here. Okay, it will check 5.0 is bigger than 1. Yes, it's still true. And then it will print 5.0. Okay, and then it will do 5.0 divided by 2. So then the number, the new value of num is 2.5. So it will check back, is it 2.5 is bigger than 1.0? Yes, it's true. So it will print 2.5, and then it will check 2.5 divide by 2. So the new value for the num is 1.25. So it will check 1.25. Is it 1.25 is large than 1.0? So yes, it's true. So it will print here, then it will divide. So the new value of num is 0.625. Is it 0.625 uh, is bigger than 1? So no. So it will exit the block. Okay, so this is the exercise. Write a program that uses a while loop to print the odd number from 1 to 21. Write a program that computes the sum of the integer from 1 to 10 using a while loop. So please write it and submit in the Google Classroom to me. Okay, this exercise also you need to do it by yourself and submit to me in the Google Classroom. Okay, class, that's all for today. So we have learned about for loop and also while loop. So the next class we will see, or we will learn about do while loop. So it's quite tricky, but it's still easier for you to know if you really understand for loop and while loop. Okay, see you. Bye.